Cancer darlings, hello, it's your girl Tasha, aka Mama Jim, aka Jim the Butterfly, and I am here with your the very last week, the end of December 2016, going into January 2017 monthly general Tarotscope. Cancers, I apologize. I needed to take a break at the beginning of December. I was very tired. I just needed to get a break. I didn't intend to not do your videos, but it just ended up that way, and I needed to take some much needed time to myself. But nevertheless, I am here. I just want to say thank you to everyone for your continued support and your likes, shares, and subscribes. For those who have purchased readings from me, this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's just draw some cards for this last week of 2016 and see what we have. We on location, guys. I'm at my mama house. Let's see what we have. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, that just fell out for you guys, and we're going to hold that. But I'm still draw your 3 cards for the last week. Cancer, I feel like some of you are stepping out on your own. Whether you have the approval or the support of other people or not within. And I feel like for some of you, this is, again, this is the last week of December. I feel like you're heading into 2017 ready to do it all by yourself. Yes. Most definitely. And now I feel like for some of you, you may be walking away from a relationship. I feel like you may be walking from a job. I don't feel like you're going to be quitting a job this week, but I do. For some of you, it may be, but I feel like for some of you that you're heading into 2017, like, I'm not putting up with the BS this year. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, you're realizing it's okay for you to do something on your own. You don't need the support of someone else or maybe a certain person to help you. You need to pull within yourself to get that to support yourself. Okay. You starting off here with the 6 of Swords. Let me get my cards correct. I'm sorry, the 6 of Spades here. At the beginning of the week, this is you feeling more optimistic. You're ready for more peace. I feel like with this, you have 2 5s here. There's been some external struggles. It could be, like I said, in a relationship or within a job situation. And you're done with it. You're tired of it. I feel like the only biggest thing that's going to hold you back right now, because I feel mentally you're ready for a change. Your energy, as far as your desires and your wants, you're looking forward to a brighter day. I just feel like emotionally you still have some ties. Something's pulling you back to the past. Let me get one more card. Yeah, this could be towards for some of you, you may be dealing with an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, male or female. I feel like this person has a tendency to give you a sense of security, but it's a false sense of security. Okay, it could be a job too. So it's something that feels secure, but really deep down inside, that it's not, and that in order for you to flourish, you're going to have to walk away from this in order for you to fulfill. It feels like your life's work or your dream. So you guys have to let me know what that's about. But yeah, I feel like the end of the week is going to be, or the ending out December 2016 is bittersweet. Okay, so, but at the same time, you have this three of wands here, pentacles, 3 of wands here, or puppy toes, clubs. This is you feeling hopeful. Okay. With this 5 of hearts here, you are still kind of looking back at the past, but nevertheless, I feel like you are ready to move forward optimistically into 2017. All right. So that's your December, ending out the year on a good note. Leaving what you've learned in 2016 behind in order to start something new in 2017. All right. So let's see what we have for January for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, you guys are standing your ground. You had the Seven of Wands to pop out. You are holding steady. Whatever you're doing, you're steadfast about it, and you're working your way through it. You ready to put your arms back, roll your sleeves back, and do the work. Some of you really are ready to stand out on your own in a situation. General career, finances, love, health. I don't know what this means, but it's saying pick me, so I'm gonna pick that one too. Let me see what this one is. Oh yeah. The Hermit in reverse. This is that card that says like pick me. Yeah. So you have the Hermit in reverse. I feel like with the Hermit in reverse, you're ready to come out of your shell for some of you. For some of you, if you haven't been in your shell, I feel like you could be going in your shell, and you could definitely be very reclusive. You feel like you need to do a lot of things on your own. I feel like in whichever situation applies to you, the end goal is the same. It's just how you're going to go about it. Um, Piggybacking off of what I said for the end of December 2016, I feel like for some of you, it feels like you've been not in the limelight. I feel like for some of you in 2017, you're focused on getting yourself out there. So for those who are very introverted, I feel like you're going to be your main goal is to get yourself out there in more social situations. I feel like some of you are feeling more the need to be more exposed or to expose yourself. Now, some of you may be coming out of I feel like some of you may be exposing or ready to tell what you have learned while you were in the journey of a hermit. Okay. So some of you is like an expose. Some of you are coming out and um, it's like you went on a long trip and now you're ready to come back and tell all the tales that you've learned and the things that you saw and the people who you've met. Now you're ready to come out and do that. Because the journey has been long and hard. You have the Seven of Wands here. Um, you are ready to put in the work. Okay, so for those, it could go twofold. For those who haven't done the work yet, you're ready to put in the work. For those who have done the work, you're ready to come back. Even when you do the work is not done. You know what I'm saying? So now that you've gone on these travels, it could be physically or mentally, journey of within, but either way, you've gone on these travels and now you're ready to show people what you've learned. Okay, and this is for some of you, it's going to be hard because I feel like some of what you've learned is totally different than what you have learned growing up. And so for some of you going into 2017, this is about you living your life the way that you would like to, despite whoever or whatever how they feel about it, and you sticking by your beliefs. All right, let's look at the general energy. Yeah, there's an opening up here with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Career, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Finances, Queen of Swords. Love, Judgment. Yes, health. Okay. Um, the Ten of Cups. And why is this all happening? What ties you? What binds you? The Devil card. So the foundation of all of this is about for you. What controls you? Who controls you? Do you actually have control over yourself? Um, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself in a negative way? Do you see the positives of you? Do you find yourself attaching to the more negative beliefs about yourself as opposed to the positive? Now for some of you, this just means it's time for you to get out there and have a little bit more fun. Because I'm reading for thousands and thousands of cancers out there. It could really go either way, so I have to um read it for all of you guys, but I do feel like it's a split. Some of you are really trying to get out there and expose yourself, and some of you are really trying to close yourself off. Um, all for the end goal again. I feel like you're trying to break some type of cycle. Okay, and there is some type of bind here. Now this could be with the Devil card here. This could be in relation to some type of family issue. It could be a karmic relationship. Some of you, I keep feeling for some of you, um, This could be an abusive relationship that you've been in. Somebody has this could be um empaths and an empath with a narcissist. This could be somebody who is, I feel like there's some type of obsession going on here. Maybe somebody towards you, or maybe you've been obsessing over somebody else. Whatever it is, I feel like there's a new day coming in within January, and you're ready to open up about it. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like there is a release here. I feel like something you've been holding on to for so long, and now you're ready to let it go. You made peace with it. Now, again, this could be at work. I feel like with the Page of Pentacles here in reverse, I don't feel like you're focusing. It may be hard for you to focus on what you like, the task at hand at your job this month, because your mind is in other places. Um, some of you, I feel like too, when it comes to work, I just feel like some of you are at this. I just see somebody sitting down at their desk, like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? I feel like some of you at one point in time, it seemed as if you had it all figured out. This is what you wanted to do. Some of you are really contemplating a career change. Um, it could be about the money as well. Like, you're really trying to understand, or trying to, yeah, I feel like you're trying to understand, or trying to correlate, I guess, correlate why you're doing what you're doing versus what you're getting paid. Trying to see how those two things correlate, because I feel like what you're getting paid is not what you're worth. And I feel like for some of you starting to really see that. Maybe you noticed it at one point in time, but now you're realizing a lot of the responsibilities are being placed on you, and you're not getting paid that anymore. Or maybe your opportunities for growth is not there anymore. It just feels like something is stagnant, like you've lost your focus or what you're trying to do. It seems like at one point in time you thought you had it all figured out, and it seemed like a foolproof plan, but now it doesn't feel that way anymore. Let me get one more card. Yeah. I feel like at one point in time, the card, you know, I feel like this was you being patient to allow things to develop, but it's not developing the way that you thought it was going to, or it's going in a different direction. And so now you're ready to make another move. Okay. So some of you are contemplating a straight up career change. Some of you are thinking about going back to school. I feel like some of you are, just not satisfied when it comes to career during this month of January. And it's only because you know that there's something else for you to do. And I feel like something keeps tapping you on your shoulder. Like, when are you gonna do this? I'm gonna put this in your face to show you, just to show you that this is not where you want to do. This is not what you want to do. Even coming into, again, with finances, this ties very close into that, because I have the Queen of Swords here. I feel like for some of you, there may be direct negotiations when it comes to finances, when it comes to your pay wages. I feel like for some of you, definitely getting serious about your finances, about what needs. I feel like there's an elimination of bills or elimination of debt coming this way. I feel like some of you are definitely trying to be more smart, making more smarter financial decisions with your money. I feel like for some of you, you may have some people coming to ask you, maybe a Queen of Swords type person, male or female, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They may be asking you for money, or you may be asking them for money. Somebody's saying no. Okay, I don't feel like if you're going to ask for a loan, I don't know if that's going to be the best thing, because before you even ask for one, please check your finances and make sure that you will have enough money to pay back, to pay the loan back. Because I feel like some of you may be in over your head financially, okay, and feels like this loan will help you. I don't feel like it will. Let me get one more card. Nope. There's not everything that you know. So make sure you get all the facts. Maybe someone wants to borrow money from you. Please get all the facts before you loan this money out, because I hate to say it for some of you, with this devil card here, what's going on in the foundation, there's some type of codependency here within a relationship. It could be family, could be love, could be at work. It feels like to me, when it comes to finances, somebody is taking advantage of somebody else. So you definitely want to make sure that you have all the facts and you know everything. And you know what? I know we're in the Mercury retrograde period, and Mercury is supposed to go direct January 8th, but we have that 2-week post shadow period after that. I know. So you're talking about majority of the month of January. be careful about signing any contracts in the first place, whether you're you're receiving money or you're lending money out, because I just feel like you're not going to know all the information. Something seems clouded, something seems jaded, something seems very nebulous about the situation. And then I know some of you definitely want to help, but I don't feel like this is going to be the best time for you to do so. Going into love, you have the Judgment card here. I feel like some of you, again, going back into what we were talking about at the end of December, you're having to walk away from something. Again, this Devil card here. I feel like you're really taking a look at yourself, and it applies in every area in your life. You're looking at your career, you're looking at your finances, you're looking at your money, you're looking at your relationships with people. I feel like for some of you, you're really looking at how your relationship with self or your relationship with other people are actually affecting your health. Okay. There's a wake up call, because I feel like for some of you, you've been given so much and you haven't received anything. You know, around this time of year, you always see people with the little memes on the internet, on Facebook, Instagram. You know, they're going to leave whatever they're leaving in 2016. You know, they're not taking it in 2017 for themselves. I feel like for Cancers, you're really feeling this energy hard, because I feel like for some of you, you've really been in some codependent relationships with some people. I mean, and it's not that I don't feel like for you, Cancer, it could be for some of you, Cancers, that you've been really depending on other people, but I feel more so that other people have really been depending on you, and the relationships have not been balanced. And so you're really looking at this. This is strong, okay? This is a strong energy. This is a major arcana card for you, and so you're seeing how that is, how it makes it goes back to your sense of self-worth. Where are your boundaries? I feel like here you feel as if you feel like there are clear-cut boundaries, but there really aren't any boundaries within these relationships, okay? And I feel like for some of you, you realizing it's time. It's like you're waking up. It's like you're waking up. You were in a slumber. As far as your responsibility, I feel like your sense of responsibility within these relationships has been a bit jaded. I feel like for some of you, you wanted to be that person to help these people or persons, or maybe try to help yourself, or maybe you haven't been. Maybe you're realizing now that you haven't been helping in the correct way, the most productive way. All right. The way you've been helping has actually enabled. Maybe you've been enabling yourself. Maybe you have been enabling someone else. This could be a child too, guys. When I say family, this could very well be a child. I feel like for some of you, this could be someone that you're involved with that has a drug issue. I feel like for some of you, you may be even this person may have even passed on already. I feel like some of you, you're coming to terms with the role that you played in this relationship. I feel like, and I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel like for some of my Cancers, you may be thinking about a person that you enabled who had a drug problem, who passed away from an overdose. That's heavy. Okay. Some of you may be even dealing with your own drug issues, but I don't really feel that. I feel like this is more so in relation to you and someone else, especially if they had like a drug issue. And that's not going to be for everybody. But whatever it is, you're owning up to your part that you played in a relationship. And I feel like for some of you, for a lot of you, you're letting it go. You're not allowing that guilt to get to you anymore. You're ready to move forward. And this is what's happening for you with the Ten of Cups in your health area this month. I feel like because you're choosing to let a lot of these things go and open up about what you've been feeling, you feel more spiritually light. You feel more content. You feel more secure within yourself and who you are and where you're going, because you have let a lot of that negativity go. All right. Let me get a self-care card for January, and it will be finished. I want that one at the bottom. Support. Support. Offer your support to someone. Experience the joy of serving others. So, for some of you, you will have the opportunity to support others. And the way I feel like that goes back to what I said at the very beginning with the Hermit card here. The way that you're going to be showing support, maybe this is about you learning how to show support in different ways, because I feel like for some of you it's been definitely you've been showing financial support to people. Some of you have been showing you've been giving support to people, but maybe not in the most productive way. So instead of giving financial support, maybe you need to give support of lessons of the soul, teachings of what you have learned. Again, like I said earlier, you're going to be coming back telling people, explaining to them what you have learned. I feel like for some of you it's like you're a living example of where people are trying to go in their lives, and you're going to be able to, like, a living testimony to some people. So maybe the support that you need to give is a listening ear as opposed to a couple of dollars. Maybe you can drop them some gems of understanding and wisdom as support. Okay, support comes in many forms. So remember that during the month of January, how are you supporting? Also, how are you supporting yourself? This person here, she seems very angelic to me. She has this halo around her head. So to me, in a sense, she has the white on. I feel like she's more of a, they're trying to depict her more as an angelic being. Some of you need to, I feel like some of you will come off as an angel. Some people may say, you know what, you're an angel this month. Okay, just because of you know exactly what to say because you've been there yourself. So just remember that there is a joy in serving others, but just remember how you can serve, because you can serve in many different ways. It just doesn't have to be financially. It doesn't have to be of totally giving of yourself that you lose yourself, that you can support somebody. Okay, remember that. All right, guys, I love you. I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.